Greetings and good day, citizens. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to continue where last left off in our outdated YouTube blog thing with Stardew Valley. Where that was pretty much doing dailies. I don't think I did that much off stream. I've kind of been focusing predominantly on War Thunder and Total War 3 when I've been playing off stream, and I'm probably going to add Dwarf Fortress to the list of off stream games. I'll probably force myself not to play it until I'm done doing some modding stuff, or all of the modding stuff, if not some of it, for XCOM. Because I might want to make sure I get that fully focused on being done with and like fleshed out, and we'll pretty much be ready to go on Saturday. We may have to pause the run at some point when it comes to XCOM 2, but we'll get back into it and finish up that run regardless of how long of a pause we have to take or how many times we pause in between to get distracted by other games. Worst case scenario, we'll only play XCOM on one day, but we play other games, because I know I want to play the new Ace Combat when it comes out, and I want to play the new Star Wars XCOM-esque tactical shooter game. Anyways, as we normally start with the outdated YouTube blog thing, the games that we played on stream. On Friday, Crash Bandicoot Warped, where I think left off after beating level 3. Trying to make sure what we did. I'm not 100% sure that we might have played Total War Warhammer 3 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I'm not 100% sure. I know we did it on Saturday and Sunday for sure. That's my goldfish memory there kicking in. I know we pretty much are done with the campaign for the current WoW, which is the Orc campaign. I love that, the current WoW. I am infected with WoW. Oh, I already read that. Anyways, the Orc campaign we're on, we're about to finish up. Once we pretty much get the long campaign victory, that's when we're like, alright, we're good. The event is popping up. The best WoW, or the biggest WoW, which I'm probably going to have to fight. Honestly, I'm probably going to have to fight the other orcs. Regardless, I'm pretty confident we're going to win. And I'll be honest, without having certain things set up, I definitely would have taken longer, just because in the middle of that playthrough, I kind of learned how to play the game proper and how to set up settlements proper. Because what you want to do is you want to try and get your strongest units first, tier 3s, as quickly as you possibly can. The orcs do not have a lot of tier 3 units. They really do not. It is actually kind of insane to me how weak the orcs are in general. Obviously, when you take into account the strength of the WoW and all of that, it changes things a bit. But at the same time, like, to make any real significant progress, it feels like you have to be in the midst of a WoW. I do want to do one more WoW just to see what the buffed up rewards are. Because the regular awards gave us 2 wyverns, a hydra, 5 of the lava spiders, or a large one, and then it was 4 armored squigs, I think, and maybe like 6 of the super squigs. Anyways, regardless of all that, Once we get done with that, we'll either continue with Total War Warhammer as the main game for the bonus game. That's weird to say, the main game for the bonus game, but that's kind of the way that it works for the bonus game. Or a different game might become that. We'll see. I don't know. I'm still on this Warhammer kick, so more than likely we'll be doing an Ikit Claw Skaven run. Oh, also, for some weird reason, I'm decided to say screw it, and I'm allying with the Tomb Kings as the Dawi, which I already have military alliances with 2 of the Tomb King factions, like, immediately. Also, I realized I could definitely abuse settlement transfer stuff, because the AI really likes settlement transfer stuff. And the reason I know this is because with the Dawi, I was like, you know what? I need this settlement. This is going to be weird. I have a settlement that's preventing them from getting Monopoly, basically, and it was a capital settlement. And I was like, I could just fight it and take it back at some point in the future, but I wonder what'll happen if I do this. And I offered them settlement for settlement, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a gift. They considered it such a high gift that other factions were negative 30 or whatever on it, and I was like, damn. But I basically did a minor settlement to get my Monopoly set up, to give them a Monopoly set up. And I'm calling it Monopoly because it's just a Providence, a full Providence they get. I'm gonna plant the... I am going to plant the mango sapling in the greenhouse just because I have a curiosity state when it comes to being purple. But yes, and of course, all day it was actually as the main game instead of the bonus game, because I didn't really get too much done with the XCOM stuff. So what ended up happening is I ended up playing Total War Warhammer all day, Saturday and Sunday. That's what it was. And on Monday, today, we did God of War, made quite a bit of progress. We are at the midway point of the main story. We got quite a bit more to do. And then after we finish all the main story stuff, we'll polish off all the side stuff on, like, Mondays. And when we get done with God of War, I think we'll make God of War Ragnarok a mainstay game. Because that is... I've never played that. I know a bit of spoiler stuff that I'm not going to get into because I always like doing clean runs on the first playthrough. I need... none of your goodies, in all honesty. None of them. Not a single one. Not a single one helps me out there. Today I'm not really expecting to get too much actually done progress-wise on this game. Because, like I said, I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache, and come to town at 10. Shit. Well, what does that even mean? Whatever, let's continue to do what we would normally do and basically let time progress in order to get ourselves the the whatchamacallit. The time progression to 10 p.m. That's going to be a hell of a long time. I guess we'll get a bunch of fishing done. I'm trying to think about what all I learned. I learned a lot playing these couple of games that I have with Total War. And it is kind of funny that they've now pivoted from making any more of the Total War games. Again, I guess it does make sense to just expand upon the game with DLC. I was thinking about it, and I wonder, what's the, like, let's talk about that. What do we think the next DLC is going to be for something like Total War, Warhammer 3, right? We just got a Cathy boost, or not boost, but a little bit of a Cathy expansion with Bashira, the tiger, the white tiger. But that's like, I guess it's not the worst thing if it's just stuff like that, but I would hope it would be more extensive than that, you know? Like, I would almost like there to be more interactions between the Chaos entities and other units. I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing a couple DLCs that are some of those interactions that I'm thinking about. Because I know for a fact that the DLCs, they give you heroes, they give you units, and sometimes they tweak some mechanics here and there, from what I've gathered. Regardless, I am definitely enjoying that game, and I'm very hyped for Total War Warhammer 40k. And I'm probably going to do something similar to that, where Are there Skaven in Warhammer 40k? Like, what, are they still called the Skaven, is what I'm asking. Or are they a different name? Irregardless, I'm very curious to see what all factions and stuff we get for Warhammer 40k. Like, what's the first update they're gonna do? The first DLC or whatever. It is kind of funny that they've, like, the certain game companies will go, you know, we could release a game, make that be the primary game, and there's just DLC the game. Weird how that system has started to come into place. I don't know. Yeah, let's store all the crap that we have and then go from there, I guess. I have no clue if this is actually taking the length of time it needs to, if it's just growing randomly. But, I don't really care. I don't know why I keep looking at that shit. It's like, yeah, my inventory hasn't changed since I last looked, you dumbass. What's funny is I didn't plan to do any collection stuff today, in all honesty. I was more planning to just be like, oh hey, that's basically what we've done. Not really go over too much else outside of that and then wrap up there. But since that's kind of been taken out because I want to check out what that 10 p.m. thing is in the main area, I guess I'll just rehash what I've rehashed before in the past about the future games, because once we get done with, like, outside of the Interrupter games, and the Interrupter games are newly released games that I'm hyped to play on release day, which are games like, oh, we are just showing up. I didn't bring an animal. Anyways, I'm just gonna skip this because I didn't even intend to go in there yet. I was just collecting the trash. I'm the trash man. I will say, ironically enough, even though it's a game that I have played time and time again, one of those Interrupter games is going to be the Metal Gear franchise playthrough. Yeah, that's kind of weird to say out loud, I'll admit, but it's I have been waiting for Metal Gear 4 to be playable outside of the fucking PlayStation 3 for so long, as has many others. What am I doing here? Oh well. Yeah, I need to get binning 12. I don't know if there's a ring or something like that that gives us that. But there might be a food. Not sure. But yeah, outside of those games, XCOM 2, when we get done with that game, what would be Fallout 4? We have to do Fallout 4 modded. I could delay Fallout 4, modded Fallout 4, for a while longer, in all honesty. And I'm saying that weirdly enough, even though there's a part of me that like really wants to play Fallout 4. Especially considering, like, there's another part of me that also wants to, at some point, check out Fallout 76. And, like, go through that for a while. Just fuck around. Like, make that a community game kind of a thing, potentially. For people that have it, or what the fuck ever. Who, like, I don't know yet, though. The plan I have is... Because you keep bringing up co-op Elden Ring. And I'll be honest about the co-op Elden Ring. That idea is more appealing the more I think about just the general co-op shit that we did with Devil May Cry, you know? And there's a part of me that is like, I would give me a bow, keep me at range, and let me fuck around. I'll have to figure out if there's a way to make that more viable than not. Support, because I would be healing too. That's like the kind of... Then again, I say that, then I think about it, I'm like, I do want to get a sword and stab too, though. Let me think. We'll figure that out later. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was coming up here to talk to the dwarf. I was gonna go, yo, dwarf, what's up? Would you like a slime egg? Why make them yourself when you can buy them from you? Exactly, because these are relatively cheap, all things considered. And when I say all things considered, one of the things I'm considering is we are a couple of days away from winter in this game. And what that is going to bring to us is a glorious amount of money. I'm going back to, actually I probably should have went down to the sewers, but I was going back also to show off what I was talking about. If I'm not mistaken, over here we should have specific bait. Yeah, right here. The La and the Tuis right here. These are highly valuable. Also a bunch of wolf snapper bait. Forgot about that. We'll have to go after that at some point, but highly valuable winter fish that show up in the magical pond. And once we get how many ever of those legendary fish we can get, we'll have several million gold. So I do kind of find that funny, that there's a couple of different events that are going to occur in the town square today, basically, because of the one that's supposed to happen at around 10 p.m. according to the little mail we got. Also talk to you. I mean, I'm being lazy and buying those iridium sprinklers. Why not? I know I can kind of make a slight adjustment on some of the farmland because of the extenders. What's really funny is I've noticed I haven't, like, a couple of vampire fish we've caught, but this place really does not, like, the nets do not get us a lot of those fish, man. And they're not even that, like, valuable, all things considered. I wonder if there's like, no, they're definitely not catch only with the rod, because we have got a couple from here. Mind you, I'm going to put down a couple more nets in the future, and those nets in the future will probably give us a higher chance of hitting on those vampire fish. We also should check the vampire fish. Let me go to the island and get the crabs and the other crab pot stuff. Oh. Hello? Thank you. Will I? Yeah, I'll have to think about it in the future about what we'll be doing. Oh, the desert we could also go to. Trying to make sure I don't accidentally collect any of these fruits or anything like that. Because once we collect everything we can from the, man, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, the nets are going to give us a lot more variety. But it's going to be very annoying because of how, like, we're probably going to have to start making multiple trips in the future to the island. There's got to be a way to open some sort of a free teleporter outside of, well, I mean, we do have the dragons, and we can get more dragons that produce the dragon tooths. And that way we could just mass produce portals and not have to worry about it anymore.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and vintage chairs.
Oh, we can't pick those up because we don't have the room for them.
Actually bought these
Okay.
Wait, are you Kitty sell stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things
There we go.
love.
With my Sapphire Preferred card, we took a trip.
To a desert oasis.
Earning 5 times the points on Chase travel, 2 times the points on all other travel, plus a $100 hotel credit.
Chase Sapphire Preferred, a card that's preferred for a reason.
But yeah, I think I like the idea of placing down half nets, half crab pots. Main reason is just so we can still produce some sort of crab fish, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm gonna do with all the crab pots. I might just sell them, or maybe I'll break them down if I can with the tool breakdown thing. Do we have a quest? We have a quest to go down a couple levels, don't we? I have been ignoring it for the past couple of days because I just haven't bothered, but all we really need is a lucky day, and I haven't really had one yet. Yeah, 3 days, we'll get it eventually. If not, on the last day, I'll force the issue and get it done with. Do we have enough room? Probably not. No, we would have to drop some of our stuff off on the green chest. So let's do that. Yeah, not exactly what I wanted to do, but whatever. Oh, you want to hear what's fucking crazy about durians? If I'm not mistaken, let me double check this. So, apparently, the durian is so heat impenetrable that it can withstand a 3,300 degrees Celsius flame gun. So, that is the spiky husk of the durian fruit. Something I learned recently. Which, hilariously enough, if you use that same flame gun on a piece of steel, the steel would melt immediately. Because steel has a melting temperature of like... What is steel's melting temp? Or is it iron that I'm thinking of? Oh no, it actually is way less. Yeah, the durian outer shell or whatever has a melting temp of it was 3,300 Celsius, did it say? Even if it was Fahrenheit, the steel is melting quicker than the durian skin. Like, that's fucking insanity to me. Throw these out. I'm gonna remove these trees at some point and do something else with them. Don't know what. Also, get rid of you. How do I still have the red egg in my inventory? And I'll tell you exactly how. I didn't go here and I didn't do that. There we go. We have 75 fish nets. We need... How much more iron? We have that. So we can deal with that a little bit earlier than I anticipated. Love to see that. I'm trying to think about what... Yeah, I mean, you probably... I can guarantee you we're gonna get our... Elden Ring playthrough when I start on the next Monday game. Diamond Harvest Day, let's go. 35 diamonds, let's go. What in the hell? We're actually getting so many slimes, they're escaping containment. So, that's what I like to see. Oh, we got a lot of harvesting of mushrooms to do, I just noticed. Oh, what? Son of a bitch. What the fuck? You feel murderous? Well, you're gonna have to withhold the murderous urges to wah, Jazz. Already forgot to go get those mushrooms. I think those I don't know if they replenish or not. Oh shit, we could. Oh shit, we could. Let me whip this up real quick, like. Because I just want to get this and I'm going to do a save and then we'll be good to go. All this other stuff can produce one more day, that's fine. I did say I was going to come at 10 or whatever, but honestly I'm starting to get a headache and I don't want to wait any longer. I was like, man, I'm about to just wrap up. We will find someone to raid. Well, that's fine. He can get 30 minutes of us. Well, of you all predominantly, because I am probably gonna raid and depart to deal with my headache. That is so funny. Well, don't spoil the surprise. Anyways, really quickly for ending spiel shake, I'm gonna go through that, and then we'll do the raid out. Nice. Friday we're gonna be continuing Crash Bandicoot Warped, and we're probably also gonna be continuing the Total War Warhammer 3 playthrough that we're doing with the WA and the green skins till we get the long campaign victory. Then we'll probably take a small break from that, if not go directly into the Skaven playthrough. I haven't decided yet. Saturday and Sunday we will be starting with XCOM 2. This playthrough should be a lot more equalized. Monday will be God of War continuation, the main story, into Stardew Valley with the outdated YouTube blog thing. With all that said and done, that is going to be it for me for you, citizens. If you're new here and you haven't already, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel as well as my main channel. Links should be down in the description below through all my links. If you're watching on YouTube, description below, ! links like so for those that are watching on Twitch. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. Catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT for Friday through Monday. Invite link to the community Discord, where you can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to stream outside of a half hour, or as long as I know I'm going to be late. As well as whatever else catches your fancy through all my links. With all that said and done, that is going to be it for me for you, citizens. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.